All right.
My drink was on the floor. Oh wait. Yeah. Carrot made it.
I didn't know you were doing something super bad. I ain't getting my food. Hey, what is this? Oh, shoot. Jacob! Need to wait for the rest of the party to get here, Jacob. I can't do D&D by myself.
What does this one sound like? Ooh, that's actually not bad. I did. I have some little Caesars. Yeah, I win. I'm close to the. Ooh. Alright. That's so loud.
That's actually pretty good.
The trap. I'm late for the party. Eating while I do. You just knew when that happened. Press the button. But I'm afraid.
Alright. Well, that's not bad, actually. I'm gonna use it for. Use it for someone.
What's reverse? That's not weird. Oh, that's actually sick. Anon's here. Trying out voices.
Wait, you said I've already did it for the follow.
That one sucked. Told them closer to 7, so they're probably not going to be here till 7. That's because I have hear myself on because I'm trying out voices and I have to hear them. Yeah. I'm just turning on while I try out voices. I want to make sure because I have my soundboard for D&D characters and I just wanted to make sure that I had enough on there in case a bunch of new people showed up. But you always got to be prepared for the party to do shit you weren't ready for them to do. Peace out, homie.
It's Wednesday. Is it though? Not really.
You go. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. Yeah. Forgive his name, that one.
Okay.
I'm trying out voices. I don't know. And I just want to click on because the picture looked cool. No, it's needed for D&D. Little Caesars. Pizza, pizza. Never got into Forza. I was more of a street racing game fan. No, you're good. I just said I've just been looking for voices in the meantime. I even told stream, I'm like, well, I said start probably closer to 7, so people are gonna show up at 7. You can show up late, dog. You ain't dead yet. Um, it'll be fun. I'm interested for tonight. Tonight's gonna be fun. Nah. That's awesome, Rex. I Oh yeah, we did come up with that. Ooh, racing game on mouse and keyboard is rough. I don't care if I just spent $60 on the game. I would wait till I had a controller to play it. You're never gonna make it there. Oh, I should probably just bring in my characters while I'm waiting. Endrazla. What? Oh, she wants my food. Yeah. Is that a bad thing? Well, that's 3 a.m. use problem. Oh shit. Got control hashtag bird. What? Ah, because of nonsense. My TikTok just posted for a gift, and I was like, wait, I got a gift and I missed it. But I didn't miss it. It was when Anon was in here. I have to do so much scrolling. I was in the wrong fucking thread. Where's my note? Yeah, totally. Uh, that's what's going on. I was like, why can't I grab this shit? I'm getting sorry, I had to get a character sheet ready for somebody. Just because it's gonna be, we're all gonna have fun. I I cannot wait to introduce this character to you all. he's he's something. Still have to do so much scrolling. You see the final image I settled on, baby? No, I changed it. He has a better shirt now. I almost want to spawn the token in now, but I shouldn't. But about fucking time. Now, if you look at my last message, well, in my defense, I never said a hard 7. I said closer to 7.
658.
What, baby? I'm just giving a shit. I'm getting one last image ready, and then I'm good. You look so fucking cool. I've never made a character that is so cool, but also such a fucking loser. They're gonna be late. I was gonna say, if you gotta know anyone else, we need a replacement for Reika. What's up? Hey man! Oh shit! Hey man, I thought about you recently because I was playing Dead by Daylight again, and one of my loadouts is still named after you because it was that Starborn or like Lightborn Starstruck fucking hybrid class we made. It's called Starborn / K-Man. Nice to hear from K-Man. All right, you can have this one. Loaded, right? God, you might need some loaded dice. I said, now that Reika's gone, you might need some loaded dice. All right, so is that the new person character? Okay, I was gonna say I didn't put that there. Okay, cool. I cannot bring this token in until you guys actually meet it. All right. What was the last thing you guys remember doing? So you've done nothing inside the tavern? Really? Perfect. Chovio. Oh yeah, because Chovia recognized you all and told you it's been hundreds of years. Okay. So I don't have many random tokens. Thinking about. That's not what I mean. Yeah, as of right now, I don't have a plan for Reika. Sorry. No, Reika goes off and wanders around the tavern or something. You just notice without saying a word, which not like they would anyway. Reika just kind of takes off, and just storms off into the bar and just starts wandering. I'm gonna spawn in some random tokens. These ones are of no significance. I just need some people for the thing I'm going to do. These are previous pictures for races I made on a previous rendition of Endrazla. That was what, Jacob? What are you gonna say about my creature, Jacob? Well, I am about consistency. So I needed a female and a male version. Oh, that's not how I meant to do that. Well, no, this is the male of a different race. It is. It's called the Charanab. They are completely different races. I just said that. You don't know what they do. And here, one more just for funs. Oh, what did you think of Hera's assistant, by the way? Did you see her? Oh, you didn't see him. Uh-huh. Here we go. Hella Ashwick. Current beetle named Professor Bumblesworth. She got a little beetle on her shoulder. she's great, and it's like a very like she follows Harrow around like a puppy, and like he like started off like why the fuck is she here, but over time was like okay she can be here. Mm-hmm. Speaking of, where is Dr. Harrow? What the fuck is he doing? Yeah, we can't have his assistant. I gotta find it. Oh, it's in the other thread. That's god damn it. I have too many threads. I really do. I've been doing so much writing. It's crazy. I mean, yeah, it's also crazy. Need to save Dr. Harrow. Isn't that like all you do? Damn it. I need to delete someone. Eventually I'm gonna have to fucking pay for Roll20. Well, we're done with some of this stuff, so I can get rid of them. We're not done with dinner. We are done with this version of Squiggly. Oh yeah, I can't get rid of the old you. We can get rid of Fodder's death. That's been nailed home. I have too many versions of Thurgash for some reason. We can get rid of the squid. We can get rid of a lot of this stuff. Because it saves everything I drag in on every page, so some of them are saved twice. Oh, I can get rid of Garuk for now. Get rid of this bitch. There. Freed up 31 slots per pictures. Now let's bring Dr. Harrow in here for reals. There he is. I'd say Tally might have conflicting dreams with you. They're trying to fuck all my characters. It's alright. It's okay. They're gonna be over here at their own little table. These people are over here. Lucane and Blues are over here, so that works out well. All right, are we ready to officially get things rolling here? Well, I take that silence as a fuck no, and we can just end it there. It was nice knowing you all. You're good. You're good. I can't wait to introduce this character to you all, and it's either going to go well or awful. The tavern's a little louder than usual. It's not rowdy, it's not chaotic, alive. The kind of alive that only comes from people choosing to be together. Lanterns burn warmly overhead. Every table is occupied. Patrons from a dozen floors mingle freely, sharing food, drinks, stories, and occasionally arguments that will almost certainly become stories later. At the center of the room sits a simple wooden bowl. Inside are dozens of pieces of lattice. Smooth, round, and beautiful. Each one carrying a moment someone decided was worth sharing. The festival of borrowed feelings is underway. Across the room, a dwarf wipes tears from his eyes while trying desperately to explain why a stranger's childhood memory of learning to whistle was somehow the happiest thing he's experienced all year. A table nearby erupts into laughter. Someone else is trying and failing to explain why receiving a grief lattice somehow made them feel better instead of worse. There's a lot more here. Hold on. Nobody is entirely sober. Nobody seems to care. For once, there are no emergencies. No breakers, no impossible choices, just people. As you settle into the atmosphere, As you settle in the atmosphere, another story concludes. Anxiety does not. So, a slight update to anxiety by that. So, Endrazla has been changing a little bit from things that I've established previously with you, and we probably should address that. So anxiety is the tavern in a way. So like all of the anxieties inside the tavern are Herald. And anxiety, what? Oh shit. Jake, I'm so sorry. I was just in the process of fixing chat. It got hidden behind fucking the map. I'm so sorry, bro. W Galaxy Jake. I'm so sorry, homie. I'm so sorry. Anyway, so so like the tavern, like the like knots in the wood, eyes of anxiety will appear, and like he is the tavern, and the anxieties floating in are just parts of him that help him help people. That's cool. You and Johnny can make out all you want. Yeah, kind of. Yeah. But anyway, before I gotta go back to where I was reading. But I can't even be mad at it anymore because it's canon. That being said, you can keep more. Probably around 5 or 6 the normal time. I can't really talk to chat right now, Jake. I am doing D&D. I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure 6 a.m. is before 12 p.m. Busy, guys. I can't. Why the fuck would I have meant 6 p.m. when you asked me about the morning? Yo, I'm not gonna ban one of my players. All right, Jake, I'm going back to D&D now. You sit over there and you enjoy. Who? The one that was supposed to be left alone? So almost, you know what? I'm gonna stick with nobody is entirely sober because anxiety doesn't really count as a somebody. So the bowl is passed around once more. Lattice changed hands. Another life touches another. Then, over the noise of the celebration, the front door opens. Kind of. It's so there's like a singular like entrance that people come into the tavern from. Kind of like how the mirror gate's how you get out. There's another one that comes in. Is kind of the way I've figured it out. Where did I go? Oh, a stranger steps inside. Tall, blonde, young, cargo shorts, and an old black concert shirt. Several pieces of lattice hang from leather cords around his neck, swaying softly as he enters. At first glance, he looks less like an adventurer and more like someone finally enjoying a vacation. He pauses just inside the doorway, just watching people exchange lattices. And I'm getting this picture now. I mean, he's not bad. This is so great. It's so great. That's exactly how I was hoping. His name's Derek. No, you're not, because his name is Derek Horn. And tell me that's not his name and you're wrong. You don't have to interact with them at all. He Yep. Yeah, if you can get any of them. So all I can say is you guys think what you want. But a man's not gonna walk around with a fuck ton of weight on his chest without being able to keep it. I'm just saying. That being said, what are you guys doing with the like lattice exchange? So I will say the lattice exchange, the way it works is everybody puts a minor lattice into the bowl and you'll just get a different emotion back. What is it? Oh yeah. Well, hey. So, fun fact: this would be a really good thing for you to get rid of because you do fear a lot, so you can easily acquire another fear lattice probably. And that's why that's why lattice have the value they do, because it's not the fear one's not as valuable to you as it is to somebody that lives a carefree life. So, you know what's really funny about that, Liu Kane? Is before, so little spoiler before I actually do it. He actually is here searching to unwind and is looking for somebody to shadow duel. I just before this happens, I just want you to know I wasn't doing it to counter you. It's just how it was planned beforehand. Like I Loki, I have an image ready to show you what he looks like when he's ready to fight. You know what's crazy is he's he's an entire custom class, by the way. Like I built this man from scratch today. By the way, the image is not accurate. He according to his character sheet, he currently carries 6. He has amber courage, blue fear, green curiosity, gold joy, purple grief, and white hope. Yes, and they're all attuned to him. Yeah. He's he's called a weaver. Okay, but all right, but I have a read in. But if you're if it's pre Shadow Duel action, do it, because the next thing this man does is gonna have some remarks on the festival and then do the Shadow Duel. Oh yeah. Hold on. Hey, Lucane, do you want to be the one he challenges? Yeah. Well, no, my thought. Well, originally he was gonna fight some random gnome, but and then you guys might want to fight him after. Yeah. I'm sorry. What was the last thing you said? I'm sorry. I was typing. Oh fuck! What voice did I use for the lizard? I also forgot. Did he tell you he had one? Well, it sounds like you should take better notes. Well, give him something.
This voice, is this going to be the lizard? I don't think that's going to be the lizard. Oh, I think this one was.
Lizard. I'm like 90% sure this was a lizard. Yeah, this was totally lizard.
Oh shit, yo, you know what? I just realized I don't have to explain his assistant not being here. You guys have been gone for hundreds of years. Lizard. Princess the lizard with the deep ass voice. So cool. All right. So you want to talk to the lizard, princess.
I hope you didn't expect me to wait for you.
You you pull out this beetle and go to give it to the lizard, and where's that voice? Here.
Wait, what species is that? Why are you doing it to the lizard? Can I study it first?
You just see this very bubbly, eager little tiefling pop up beside Dr. Harrow's lizard, and the lizard just looks super irritated.
It's the weirdest thing. I've used to speak with animals as many times as I can count, but he just never actually speaks with me. I was beginning to think he was a little dumb. Well, I try not to let it hurt my feelings too much. But anyway. Yo, let me see that beetle.
She's gonna reach her hand out, and the lizard's gonna be looking at you expectantly.
I dare not stress enough how much I didn't wait. I would have died if I'd have waited.
So he, like, you hold it out towards him, and the moment it's closer to him than her, he just snatches it with his tongue. It's staring her down the entire time. Like, actually roll insight. So you might be proficient. Yeah. The proficient means you add your proficiency bonus. This is why we use D&D Beyond. It does the math for us. I'll be +3. Got an 8. No, those are the ones you're proficient in. So those are what you add your +2 to. Or your proficiency is +3 now, isn't it? Is proficiency +3 now? I'm not. You know, didn't need a high roll for the insight. I just wanted it to be a roll. But you see that the lizard's actually not eyeballing her. He's staring daggers at the beetle on her shoulder. Oh shit! I wasn't ready for that.
Hello. I am Professor Bumblesworth. Don't think it's very cute. I earned it. Yeah, I didn't go to school for 20 years to be called cute. Do school for beetles? It's you. That's what you sound like.
The beetle's a dick.
Yeah, I think it's more he wants to eat me than he doesn't like me.
She, Tella is just looking at you fascinated while you have this conversation. Like, she's not currently under speak with animals, so she's only getting your bits. Oh wait, no, you speak in like the animal's language, huh? So she's just, that means she's just watching the exchange. Yeah. That is it. So, I would say the way you could communicate with animals is maybe you, instead of the text, you do choose to make like makeshift, like you can change the shape of parts of your paper into makeshift animal parts. Because true scribekins change their skin and paper into different variants of clothing, so you should be able to do it to make animal parts that you could use to do the proper communications. Because I wrote it 3 days ago. I don't think I was so excited to jump into this campaign because I didn't want to write too far ahead and not let you guys influence things. And so I'm retroactively making things cleaner and working on things that I made at the start because I wanted to have them and making them more legitimate. Like, I have created origin videos that I want to make for the Scribekin and the blanks. That's great. We okay. Are you still interacting with this beetle, Luke?
Smarter people than you have tried.
He turns around on her shoulder and shakes his ass at you. What the fuck? Luke Kane might eat this beetle on herself.
I feel like I've been fairly clear on the fact that he doesn't communicate with me. Okay, so animals just don't talk to me. Hey, I love them, they don't love me. You know, it might be. I haven't really thought about it that way. This guy just kind of lashed onto my shoulder a couple months ago now, and, you know, he seems comfortable. You know, he's one of the only beetles that's ever spoke to me. I've spoken to plenty of June bugs, and they're all hover assholes. Yeah. Yeah, don't. And it might just be a beetle thing. Hey, see?
The whole time you guys are talking, Hera's just like writing down observations about the conversation. Okay. You hear another round of like laughter and various stories concluding around the tavern, and you see other people step up and put lattices into the bowl and take another one out, and it's still going on around you. Actually, you see like a different like there's different sects of it, like different ceremonies going throughout the tavern. Like it's just that kind of day where this is going on everywhere. Uh Everywhere, yeah. Yeah. I just don't have that many tokens or that much time. Yeah, exactly. You get it. Lucane, were you doing anything else there? Sorry. Okay, well then I just did this, but the Festival of Borrowed Feelings continues around you. Stories pass from table to table. Laughter follows some. Others leave the room strangely quiet. One of the bowls of lattice continues making its rounds as patrons exchange moments that mattered. For a while, it seems like the entire tavern has settled into a comfortable rhythm. And then we already did this part, but the young man steps in, tall, blonde cargo shorts, an old black Breaking Benjamin shirt. We have now made Breaking Benjamin exist in Endrazla. Several pieces of glass lattice hang from leather cords around his neck. At first, he appears only interested in finding a drink. He orders one, finds a place to stand, and begins watching. Minutes pass. The celebration continues. The stranger never stops staring, not rudely, curiously, as though he's witnessing something he can't quite understand. Another lattice changes hands. A woman tells a story attached to it about how her husband died and she got this lattice to make her feel better, but she doesn't need it anymore. The room applauds. The stranger finally shakes his head. A laugh escapes him, quiet at first, then a little louder. Enough that nearby patrons turn to look. He gestures towards the ceremony.
That's amazing.
Nobody responds immediately. The stranger takes another drink, still watching.
No, I really mean it. Nobody's trying to win.
A few people exchange confused looks. One patron finally asks, "Win what?" The stranger blinks, dumbfounded.
The exchange.
The entire room is staring at him, and he stares back. Eventually, someone says, "There isn't a winner." Sorry, what were you gonna say, Luke Kane? Hold on. Just hold on now. He looks genuinely shocked when someone says there isn't a winner. What? Into what? Oh, you want to change a lattice. Okay. Cool. Yeah. There isn't?
There isn't.
The stranger laughs, a real laugh this time.
Gods, that's refreshing. Back home, we spend weeks preparing, practicing stories, learning negotiation tricks, trying to convince everyone our lattice were worth more than they actually were. The goal was, if you had the highest trade up, you win. But this is fantastic. Nobody's trying to take something. Nobody's trying to trade up. This is what the lattice are supposed to be used for.
For a moment, the room falls quiet. Not because everyone agrees, but because everyone can hear that he means it. The silence lasts all of 3 seconds, and someone asks where he's from. Someone else asks what he does. Another asks why he's carrying enough lattice to buy a house. The questions start flying. The stranger answers some, dodges others, laughs at most of them. Eventually, he introduces himself.
My name is Derek Horn. I've been dusting my ass into lattice exchange for the last 2 years and have finally gotten a break. I'd very much like to unwind the proper way, and I cheer.
He gives his neck a crack and goes,
And this is the proper place to do it when you can't find Everett's tournament. So, anybody looking to go?
okay, 1 second. Oh, this is actually... The smooth lattice hanging around his neck begin to glow. Amber, blue, green, gold, violet, and white. Golden threads of resonance connect them together. The light travels across the cords and down his arms. Not explosive and not threatening. Controlled, intentional, and practiced. The room grows louder and everyone's watching. His eyes pass over patron after patron and then stop on Lucane. A grin immediately spreads across his face, and he points directly at you. Yeah. Hold on. He's got a good line. He
Oh,
he's he spreads his hands, golden resonance dancing between the glowing lattice.
you look like somebody who has entirely too much energy and not enough opportunities to use it.
The tavern explodes. Several patrons immediately agree, whether they know Liu Kang or not.
Shadow duel. Me and you. Friendly. Mostly.
I guess I should bring the fighty guy over to you. All right, Liu Kang. What do you say? By the way, Blues, were you right there 2 seconds ago? Okay. Careful. You good? All right. This is going to be. All right. So let me just say that I made this class today and it's complicated. um. All right. It's time to fight. I always hear the roll for initiative song from the Glass Cannon every time. It's just stuck in my brain. It's not gonna matter. It's no, there's more than that. I got a 12. Wait, I think. Where is it? It doesn't soar. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Okay. You were not, no shot in hell you would ever be able to take all of them at once. No shot you could take more. Yeah, no shot you could even take more than one. Yeah. And there's well, no, I'm not period, just like you, there's no way you're getting more than one per attempt. I mean kind of, but he's also like mid combat and he's wearing them on his neck. So you need a good way that you need an actual way you're going to get them off of him without him noticing. It can't just be, well, I rolled the dice, so it has to happen. So you're trying to cut one of the lattice free while he's distracted with his fight with Liu Kang. Blues, and that. I don't know. You're wagering on what? Oh, so you're trying to get something out of it from the guy? Um,
I mean, hey, if you're looking to get something out of it, then you best wait for the next tournament. I'm sure I could find somebody that's willing to just let off some steam. But the door. I think that like let's see. Yeah. Been gone side and play. There's I'm dealing with my kids. Hey, if that gets on gross, don't take that outside. You can get on gross. But they all don't go outside. Okay. Sorry. Um, I don't know if you quite know how this works, but these are mine and they're attuned to me and they're not they're not available for anybody else. Ever.
Izzy, come here. Doesn't have to be what?
I guess that depends on what you have.
What? So you're gonna have to make an attack roll to use your dagger to get one of these, not sleight of hand. No. I know, but you're specifically using your dagger to cut the rope to get the lattice, which is currently being reinforced by his magic. That hits. No, you have to roll damage. Hold on. What are you trying to persuade him? He's not going to wager his stuff. Yeah, he's not. He doesn't have anything else. He came here for one reason. No. He has nothing but his clothes and his lattice. That's it. I have his inventory right here. That's not true. He has an exchange a badge that identifies him as a member of the Lattice Exchange, and a notebook full of numbers. All right, so one moment. Okay, Blues. As you get closer to the lattice to make your move to take it, you notice that the necklace is unusual. And you notice that the cords aren't simple like loops around the stones. Each lattice is secured by an intricate weave of interlocking knots. They're not magical, it's craftsmanship. The kind of thing someone wears every day, the kind of thing that doesn't accidentally come loose. Ah. That's not what I'm saying. Yeah, so like it's very yeah, I mean, that would probably be the way to try it. I'm reading. Because I have to read Derek's sheet. No. I'm just need his sheet. Yeah, I wasn't expecting the rogue to try and steal the guy wearing money around his neck. Come on. You're not gonna steal it, but that's okay. All right. Blues slips behind Derek during the festival. The young exchanger is distracted, getting ready for his duel, probably explaining why a 6-hour evaluation meeting qualifies as emotional torture. The knife finds the cord. A quick slice. The neck loop parts. The necklace begins to fall. And this is where Derek's training kicks in. Not because he's psychic, not because of magic, because 6 lattice worth of fortune just suddenly shifted. Imagine wearing a backpack every day for years. The instant someone removes it, you know. What? How are you stealing from? You're pinning them to the ground? No. Yeah. What is that? How is that going to hinder him in any way? Nah. I'm not done. If you just let me finish. But again, I'm going to trust me. Later on, when I explain exactly like what this is to him, but Derek's hand snaps out almost instinctively, not toward Blue's, toward the falling necklace. Golden resonance flashes, the lattice glow, and the necklace never hits the floor. He catches it, looks down, looks at the severed cord, looks over his shoulder, and sees nobody. And then he just says to himself, didn't mean to do that.
There you go. That was actually pretty close.
And then the room starts laughing.
Sorry, I didn't go your way, Ryan, but and
he's not saying this at Blues. He's just saying this to like the bar.
Yes, but you really can't do the first one that's trying to take this off my hands. Hey, if you want to, find me when the festival dies down and ask me about these knots. But if, meanwhile, I've got someone over here that's looking to go one-on-one, so later.
And he turns back to Liu Kane.
Sorry about that. Where were we? Wait. I skipped a bit. I'm sorry. Hey, Blues. He calls out to, like, outright a challenge, like, hey, you know, like he just said, if you want to know how this works, like, find me later. But please have any kind of reaction to that, something that he might be able to pick up on. Oh shit.
I'm still talking as him. My bad. Blues. Is there a does Blues have any kind of reaction to his little spiel? Yeah, essentially. Like, is there any reaction that Derek would have a chance of knowing as he's scanning the crowd? Okay. Just asking. Well, then that's up to you if you go talk to him later. All right. Why? Well, that's what you get for rolling before I tell you. Yeah, but it's specific. It's a piece of equipment. It would be like you trying to take a sword out of somebody's hand. No, that's a piece of his equipment. Well, it's nice. Not even. He's connected. Yeah. It would legitimately be like if somebody took one of your masks. I'm just saying, like, I just need to make sure that I'm clear. Like, I'm not being a dick. Oh, okay. No, I get it. That would, especially because those are all majors. Like, I get it. Trust me. Wait till you see how he fights with them. Oh yeah. Roll a d6. Okay. You- 6 is going to be so you have fear and you got a 6, which is, so you're going to get a minor hope lattice. And as soon as you touch it, you see let's see, what's a good memory for hope? I had one earlier, but I lost it. That's actually kind of perfect, but we're gonna do it a little bit different. You're going to see who is it? You're gonna see Dr. Harrow and the Hope Lattice, and like whenever you touch it, you see a memory of Princess. But Princess is actually talking to Dr. Harrow, and like that's Dr. Harrow's hope. It's like a dream he had. Okay, so he gets to go first, Liu Kane. Sorry. Um, the green lattice brightens, golden resonance flows through it. He studies Liu Kane. You notice he simply like puts it back to his neck and it's whole again. You like, if you want, you can roll perception to see if you see what actually happened, but so you notice that like the threads like actually weave themselves back together, and if you weren't watching it happen, you wouldn't have been like, it would have looked like it just was fixed, like magic, yeah. But when you see it, you see thousands of thin threads reattaching themselves and interlocking in ways that you can't really grasp. Okay, so he's going to start his turn with just a regular punch towards Liu Kane. He's just gonna go.
Well, I guess there's no better way to start a fight than this.
He just throws a punch, and like there's a little bit of strength behind it, but you could tell that he's not thrown many. I am. That's going to be 23. That's 3 plus 4 is 7 bludgeoning, and this damage type doesn't really matter, but for funds, because of my class, it's 6 emotional resonance. It's damage. It's just damage. It's 7 plus 6 is 13. Golden threads golden threads briefly connect Derek and Liu Kane when he lands the hit. Not painful, just enough to sample her emotional state. Okay. That's it for his turn. What do you got? As soon as Derek lands his hit, the crowd immediately reacts. Oh, the accountant's got hands. AC does not. Lucane, I will say you were really close with that 16, but yeah, it's 17. Yeah, the 23 definitely hits. I will say I specifically designed this guy to be tough, but you can beat him. I don't know if you should, but you can. I'm not the type to fudge numbers during a fight. Oh yeah, totally. Damn. Say. Bro, why is TikTok posted Jake's gift like 7 times? Like, fuck yeah, Jake. Appreciate that galaxy, but come on, he doesn't deserve 7 TikToks. Nah, it's not that big of a difference. Lucane, as you hit him, you see where is it? You see which fucking gem is grief? Was that the purple one? You see the purple gem on him glow brighter, and you see that what attack did you just use? Like, how are you attacking him? You bit him. You see, like, you bite him, and where you normally would feel your teeth and claws sink in, you see that they're kind of like bouncing off. I rolled. I need to find what my bonus is. That's a 9. Huh. It's funny coincidence because wasn't going to make an attack yet, but what? Sorry, I was reading something. Just do. I'm fucking up everything over here. I just accidentally put Barchi's picture inside of this dude's character sheet. I mean, it's cool. I didn't know I could do this. It's gonna make keeping character sheets and characters straight because I can put the actual picture here. But that's not what I was trying to do right now. I was trying to get something to show Blues real quick while I was looking at it. But I guess I can just read it real quick while it's right here. Nah, where'd it go? This is a very long character sheet, by the way. Yeah. Five. All right. I'm sending you something, Blues, real quick. And I don't want to read it out loud. All right. Sorry, Lucane. What was the last thing you said? I got distracted. Yes. Okay, I remember that. That's cool. Right. It's his turn then. Okay. He's going to. Where's... There it is. There it is. There it is. So he's going to use emotional appraisal on Blues, and he gets to learn one in Blues, or not Blues. Lucane. Sorry. In Lucane, you get to choose which one. So he gets to learn one of these things. He gets to learn either Lucane's greatest fear, immediate goal, deepest regret, or current emotional state. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, you'd think I'd have learned.
Wait, that's great, actually. But he's
gonna say, man, you think I'd have learned that this doesn't work on you by now.
that he should have learned that it doesn't work on you. When they ask me, let me say. Why? Cool. Not on his turn now. Why are you sending your skills? Yeah.
Yeah.
Another saving throw. Going to be a 17. Yeah. Nice. Okay. It's back to his turn. Wait, how much damage did you do that time again? Sorry. Want to make sure it's right. How much damage did you just do? I forgot. Sorry. My wife was coming in and out. Okay, cool. Sorry, there's shit going on behind me. Okay, I am nowhere near looking that far ahead. I don't know your character. I don't know. Like, nah, that's not the same thing. God damn it. What am I doing? Okay. He points at
Jay, and he goes, "Oh, Jay, I've got a question. Do all druids hit like runaway wagons, or did I accidentally challenge the wrong one?"
you've got him pretty hurt right now. Yeah, you've got him hurt between your first attack and the second one. Yeah, he's not that strong. No, yeah, his HP's. What? If you get ran over by a wagon, you're gonna get fucked up. There you go. Love you. Wait, what? You both were talking at the same time. Uh, uh,
Well, okay, it's a good thing I didn't take you up on that bet.
And he's just gonna throw a wild punch, and you see all of his lattice glow at the same time. shit, you fucking bitch! How dare you? He completely misses, swings wide, and smacks the table next to you that your snake was sitting on. Since when? I was just saying, why would you have it around your neck while you're fighting this man? But it's because you use it to cast spells. Well, then it just hits the table next to you anyway. The table breaks, and then so it's weird because for each person, the moment they look away, it's gonna come back. More or less, it's I don't in a weird way without digging too much into it. The table is also a part of him. Yeah. Like he's not the drinks, but like yeah, you get it. Yeah, exactly. You get it. Let me just say a little side note. When Maureen met him, the tavern was just this dark place. Like it wasn't welcoming. People were using it still, and it was still like a respite, but it wasn't what it is now. And Maureen came in and was like, "Hey, so you built this place, but nobody taught you how to turn the lights on." And so she came around and like made it into what it is today. Anyway, um
Yeah, I suppose I haven't had much use for fights in my life, but this is still kind of fun. I mean, I'm still breaking stuff.
that's it for him. No, that's it. Nah. That hits. Hey, just a random question because I went through a lot of different drafts of Derek today. Would you have hated him less if his shirt was Pink Floyd? Okay, just because the very first the very first iteration of him it was Pink Floyd, and I was like, I don't like that. I need to change that. And then I was like, what's another? And I was like, what's another dad rock, but like that I kind of don't mind. And I was like, Breaking Benjamin. So you so it, it's kind of he works at the Lattice Exchange. He's like I don't know how well you know Star Wars, but he's essentially a member of the banking clan. Like which is a little teaser for Act 4. You can decide how you can just knock him out. Describe how you win this shadow duel.
So,
you see all this happen, your shadow versions dissipate, and he walks up, one hand out to shake yours, and another one holding up like a somewhat larger minor lattice. And he just kind of like holds out to you, and it's glowing like emerald green. And
hey, that was a really good one. I think you earned this. It's not quite a wager, but honestly, this isn't really something I should have. So, here. And
he hands you, Lucane, how do I do this? You don't have to roll for it, I guess. I mean, you probably, yeah, no, okay. No. It's a dark lattice. I don't know if she would have known about a dark lattice yet. But we can always say that like Blue's info dumped it to her one night when you guys were at camp or something. Like Lucane, you notice that this lattice, unlike the regular ones, has this like layer of darkness embedded in the edges of it on like the top and bottom. Like just the way the light catches it. Like it would look like a normal lattice if it wasn't for that slight like ring of dark. It's a minor dark lattice of poison. And whenever you touch it, you actually like you get a glimpse of a memory of you are seeing through the eyes of the previous owner, and they're like pouring poison into a cup. Roll perception. Sorry. This could be really cool though. Yeah. You see, like from your perspective, you see someone pour poison like into a glass, and then like you see your reflection in the liquid, and it's Derek, and then you see him hand it to like someone who looks like a significantly older version of himself. And then you're back to Lucane. A zombie goblin character? That's kind of interesting. Huh. You're gonna hand him like one of the darts you harvested or made, or
so you've been in the other tavern then. The concierge is a piece of work, isn't he? Like, how long did it take you to get out? How long did it take you to get out?
The narrator pops up. It was 300 years. No. Oh yeah, it felt like hours. Yeah.
Yeah, it probably would have been more concerning if you had a real answer.
He's going to like give you like a like bro pat on the shoulder and be like,
Alright, well, I think I'm gonna fuel up and do that again later. Not with you though. I might want a chance of winning. You're right though. Hey, don't tell anybody about that one, okay?
wait, I don't know what it's a crazy thing for him to just give to you. But like my thought process was he sees like the connection, like, oh, she would understand what it means to need to poison someone. Well, maybe he did it for fun. Who knows? We'll find out when we dive more into his whole deal. Blues, are you sitting up in Harrow's lab still? Okay. You're like sitting there doing your thing. You notice that like the normal amount of anxiety's eyes are on you. He's not really watching you, but he's not disinterested. And then you hear footsteps start to approach towards you.
Doing a wee bit of reading, love. If you didn't go and pick up one of his journals, did you? Ah, so you picked up one of his journals that he took some extra time with. Okay.
Maureen lingers on the mask floating around you for a moment, and like she's holding a drink, and like when she's like first catches it, you like see it slip in her hand for a second.
No, it's alright. That's new. Something scary, have you? Ah, well, I've only seen one other Shuriken do what you managed, and it's not gone great for him, so just be careful.
She's gonna give like one more long look at the mask and then turn off and then roll perception. Nah, you don't hear her. So he's gonna go up and get a drink. Blue Cane, you notice a little bit as time has passed, and you see that Derek has now finished a drink and has challenged 3 gnomes to a fight 1v3. After a couple of moments, it seems like he's holding his own okay, and then he just gets dogpiled and just repeatedly stabbed. He is not a good fighter. I intended for him to be, and he looks like he would be. He is not. Those are glamour muscles for sure. I don't know why, but I love his name, Derek Horn. I just came up with that this morning, and then I was like, hey, let me see what he looks like. And I was like, yep, that's what I saw. I can see that, yeah. So, fun fact, I have gone against my instincts to avoid using humans and made them actually very central to the lattice exchange. I also think that it's an interesting concept to explore at why some people enter the tower still human. But I've also recently established that not everybody in the tower has entered the tower. Like, some people have been born here. But like, so, but people, like, much like Tower of God, instead of being chosen, they choose to be a climber, and then like that's when they make their way to the tavern and well, they go to floor 1 first, then to the tavern, and I have a whole scene ready for it. You guys might be able to see it tomorrow. I'm excited. Blues, you go through Harrow's lab, and now that Maureen said something, you take a closer look at like the books in there, and it's not Harrow's lab necessarily, but he's totally taken over this space specifically. And you notice that like every book you pick up, although some of them have covers and like they even have different authors and stuff, these are all just Dr. Harrow's journals with different covers and different amount of effort put into them. Like, he just wants people to not realize how much he's actually written down. Dirty and spilled beakers. Fucking a burner that's on low. He's awful dirty for a robot. One second. I gotta see which thread this was in. Might have been in this one. Yeah, it's bound to my question mark. No, I'm not looking about your lattices. That's gonna be fine. As soon as you tell me what colors they are, I know what they're gonna be. Okay, yeah, this is perfect. Okay. Okay, Blues. As you're looking around for a book, for a lattice, you go to reach up to the shelf, and then you have like one of those moments where, like, if it was a movie, the camera would spin and you would be somewhere else. And you find yourself suddenly in the middle of a shop. I don't have a map for this. Just theater remind it. It's a part of, you're still in the tavern. You still very much see and feel the presence of anxiety. There's yeah, you're in a typical shop. It's got almost, think of it of like a medieval Walmart, but there you don't see any employee. You see plenty of other customers walking around, and everybody's like picking things up off the shelf. There's people coming and going, but you don't actually see anybody like dealing with anybody. Oh wait, I changed that. There is a cash register, but there's nobody working it. People just like throw the money into it when it opens up. Occasionally it growls. Yeah, it growls or purrs depending on if you owe money still or not. um okay. As you're looking around, you notice that the shelves rearrange themselves. Products move around when nobody's looking. Entire aisles seem to shift as long as nobody's inside of them. Um, okay. So you're looking for a +3 armor. So you're walking around and like Blues, you're like looking around and you're starting to think like you're not gonna find it. So you start to say out loud a little bit like, I just need some better armor. I'm a little bit too squishy. And the shelves rearrange around you and you see just an endless row of armors, and they're all like exorbitantly priced, but as you walk you start like you see it's in like a descending order. Yeah, you were at the end where something cost 50 major lattice. I'd say actually it's gonna be that fucking rainbow umbrella. Yeah, that thing gives you +10 to your AC. Yeah. I made it up. Did you not? I sent it to the group forever ago. It's fucking ridiculous. It's just the problem with all the shit I make. It gives him a +10 to AC, bro. Whenever he's charging, he puts it in front of him. Yeah, I know. No. Not unless he's got 50 major lattice. You notice that it shifts and you see that like this time you're at the higher end still, but it starts a little more reasonable, 12 major lattice, and you see that like it's seems to be like just the main difference is the material that went into it, like what the leather was harvested from specifically. Yeah. So, like, for instance, the one that costs 12, you notice that the description says that it was painstakingly harvested from the flesh of a cloud whale. And you actually see in parentheses, this is actually very frowned upon, and this weapon shouldn't exist. If you buy it, you suck. And then you just eventually you find what you're looking for, and blues, so you can describe what your armor looks like if you want. Like in your picture. All right. So you pick out your armor, and then what else were you looking for? So you see that your armor says that it would cost I don't know how many lattice do you currently have? Okay. So you have majors, cool. So this one would cost this +3 armor costs 1 major, and what was the other thing you were looking for? Sorry. Yeah, that works too. Because like stream can see the Discord and everything, so yeah, that works. I would say that the poison one you're gonna find, but it's gonna cost 5 major. The ring of you said it's rare. That would determine it. The ring of water walking, and like again, I was gonna say that the ring of free action would probably be 3 major. Yeah. Just because judging off the name, I'm assuming that gives you like an extra action once per long rest or something ridiculous. You can find that for 1. You could find that for 1. So you could get the armor and the ring. Yeah, 1 major, 1 major. The +3 shield would probably also be 1 major. Now I know typically the emotions are a factor, right? But that's gonna why they're not will come up in a moment. So you're gonna spend all 3 of your majors. All right, so it's 3 of your 4 majors. Which one are you keeping? Anyway, are you using the dark ones? Okay, that's fine. Just asking. You're gonna keep the dark pain. Interesting. That's a good choice. All right. So Blues, you start looking around to like purchase your items. You can't help but notice you don't see anybody running anything. So you go up to the register and you see like a conveyor belt. But instead of it being like just like a normal like conveyor belt, it's actually got like it's made up of like centipede legs. But like not where they're like normal. It's like the entire thing consists of millions and millions and millions of centipede legs. You got to put it on the conveyor, and you see like it goes through like this little archway, and you see like the register reacts each time something goes through, and then it starts like growling until you get up to it. And you see that for the two first majors, it accepts them and goes back to growling. The third one comes in, it's like sputters for a second, and then like it starts to purr again like it's accepted, and then it goes back to growling. And you throw the minor in and it goes to purring, and like it seems like the like tiny little aberration fixed itself. Hey Blues, roll perception. Never mind, Blues. Keep on rolling. It's crazy that what? What? You get any what? Oh no. Oh, nothing. You so wait, do you go to try and like get back to the tavern? You're walking around looking for a way out, and you like you're struggling to find a door. Hey, you just like I don't know how to explain. You like close your eyes thinking of going back to the where you want to be, and you feel like you almost got spit back into the tavern, and you end up back into your room. I mean, you might as well have one, right? The tavern. So, I mean, essentially, it could be your room. The tavern accommodates everybody. Once Blues, like Dr. Harrow took over that library. Once Dr. Harrow started utilizing that space, the tavern just made that space somewhere else. But anyway. So Blues, now that you're back in the tavern, you can't help but notice that there's like an entrance to that shop over like here. And you see the sign on the shop says totally not a mimic emporium. Ooh, I get the shop is a mimic, and it feeds on like the emotion people experience when they're actually like experiencing commerce and trade. This one bit specifically that some terrified like tower climber has been buying his rope there for 6 months before finally learning. He's like, wait, the shop is a mimic? And Maureen just goes, aye, good prices though. That's what the perception check was for, by the way. You were gonna find out that the shop was breathing. You're good? Go ahead. In the Blues, you go back to your room and you're like, was that entrance always there? And then you're like, well, it's here. By the way, I just want to specify for clarification purposes, Blues does not know that this place is a mimic. he, you would have to ask somebody or actually care enough to read the sign. But yeah. Manual of quickness of action. Well, yeah. By yeah, I understand. Yeah, I know how that works. I'd say that would probably be 2 major. 1 for each point. You notice that like you don't even notice, but like as you're walking around, patrons are like talking to the shelves, requesting specific items, and the shelves are rearranging themselves, and like people walk around for the enjoyment of it, but you don't actually have to walk around in this place. Like, you could easily just walk up to a shelf and be like blah blah blah, and it would just be there. Meanwhile, meanwhile, you don't see that like the shelf is constantly like it's not like the thing's just appearing. The shelf itself is like opening its mouth and putting a thing out and pulling it back, but it's so quick that like you'd have to actually be looking for it. You don't even notice, but there's like a slight purr that emanates through the entire shop. You probably just think somebody paid too much. What's Luke Kane doing? You go to get Scribble back from Dr. Harrow, and you see that Dr. Harrow is trying to write with Scribble, and Scribble is very much trying to like pull away. Like, so Dr. Harrow is trying to like put him down to the paper, and Scribble is just like yoinking himself.
I'm sorry, did you expect me to be good with companions? So you hand me a sentient writing device and expect me to not test out its capabilities? What kind of science is it? What do you mean? I don't know his communicative abilities. He's a writing utensil. But yes, but I don't try and communicate with every bug I see either.
And then hold on, you see Tella pipes up beside him.
He just goes, yeah, that's usually why I'm around. He doesn't care ask the bugs their names.
What's a treat for Scribble? Do you like write down an affirmation on a tiny piece of paper? To see Luke Kane writing, Scribble es muy bonita. There's a monocle on anxiety. I just saw the monocle. I've seen all the others. Yeah, it's over here. Yeah, he has typical scientist shit. Okay. No, I do not remember. She was like, my coral, and I'm like, fuck, coral, 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 coral. Oh, in the first floor, yeah. When you guys were in that chamber. So what are you testing about it? Trying to remember how hard it was for you to harvest. It's probably I'd say like if to like pull it out, it's not that hard, but like the thing itself is fairly hard. Like you could probably get into it, but it would take like some moderate effort. Would think so. Yeah, you could totally like you could probably make something out of it or find somebody who can. Like yeah, that's technically true, yeah. Yeah, but it would just be a basic like basic dagger. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if you've noticed, but Endrazla is a magical place. New shield. Luke Cage. Luke Cage, you look behind him to the shop he's pointing at and you read the sign that says definitely not a mimic the Emporium. You look to your side to see Scribble, and you see that Scribble is at the sign, like playfully writing on it. So like, hold on now, hold on, because I'm just saying the roles are my job. You're not a DM, Blue. Well, no, but it's not because like it doesn't make sense. Like Luke Kane's not just gonna ignore her eyeballs because you say so. But yeah, I mean, Luke Kane can choose to accept that. I'm just saying, like, doesn't make sense. Yeah, but Liu Kang read the sign. And actually, Blues, you can't read the sign, and Liu Kang can, because I specifically made the sign in Druidic. And Liu Kang, you can choose to humor him and let the persuasion attempts succeed. You can let it genuinely succeed, or you can tell him, no, that's a mimic. So then that makes it your choice even more. That's fine, Blues. You can choose to not believe her. You You see that all the writing scribble does, like, stays there for a moment and then just like gets replaced by regular wood again. I hope this image turns out as unsettling as I want it to. I created a creature that it's not going to come up yet, but it is going to come up. It's so cool. Oh yeah, what? Okay. Oh, yeah. By the way, you spent your minor lattice, Blue, so I guess you don't get an exchange. Oh yeah, that's right. We did. Yeah. That's right. What lattice are you putting in, Liu Kang? Liu Kang, you pull out. You put your lattice into the bowl. You see that once the lattice goes into the bowl, it disappears, and the pile inside the bowl remains, like, apparently to you unchanged, so that you don't redraw yours. You reach around and you pull out a, like, brightly red glowing lattice. This is a major lattice of anger. I don't know where you got I don't remember why you got the first one, but I really hope this is the same story. Because, like, now I've attached, like, memories to the lattice, so I want to keep doing that. You touch this lattice and you see a memory that's actually very familiar to you. You see that's not it, hon. I mean, you're fucking up, bro. You see a you see a boy and his chicken sitting by a fire. And then you see, like, you're from the boy's eyes, so you just look over and you see a chicken. You look over and you see, like, Reika and others, and next thing you know, you just flash. The boy looks over and sees dead chicken, Vision goes red, and you feel like rage boiling up inside you, and then you're back. Yes, because a fun thing about the lattice, they're made in extreme moments of emotion, but not always to the person that made them. They can just appear in other places in the tower. There can be lattices attached to you all out there right now. Blues, on your way into the shop, you see a sign that says, "We are not looking to buy any old items." Hey, you see in parentheses, especially not starting equipment. Yo, this picture made it turn out so much cuter than it's supposed to. I need to change that. No, it's not. Hey guys, if I say the phrase "a spider with human teeth," isn't that such an unsettling thought? Oh, that sounds awful. Can't see it yet. Okay. Hey guys, do you want to see this image? Oh no. No bueno. All right. Where is it? I'm just gonna bring it in here. They're called chatter spiders. They originate from floor 22, and people can use them to relay messages inside the tower. It's very Endrazla though. So that's a variant that because originally I had the whole it has human teeth thing, but this is what haunted me shit out originally before I corrected him, and like that's pretty cool. What? So threads vibrate with encoded sounds. Spiders read webs like we read books. Cutting a line is considered very rude. Dr. Harrow has field notes. Except that's not Dr. Harrow. He keeps trying to make Dr. Harrow an elf. Intelligent to the point of nosiness. Remembers voices for years. Tella claims they gossip like old ladies. Evidence supports this. One names itself. Mine is chatter number 47. It rides on shoulders. It steals pens. It is a friend. Oh. I love Harrow. His Harrow's field notes is one of my favorite things that I've done on the side. And I've done enough that I should be able to start recording videos and releasing them consistently. I just have to make myself do it, which I think I'm going to do tomorrow morning. I didn't do it last Saturday because I had issues, and I wanted to make sure I had enough made that I wasn't gonna run out in case I had like a bad week and couldn't get to it. But anyway, what else are we doing in the tavern? Actually, as you're like leaving the shop and making your way back into the main tavern, you see that Derek is like catching his breath, and you see that there's like there's a say ogre that he was just fighting, and it's like on the ground, and he's like catching his breath, but like he's done nothing but fight since he got here. He finally like slumps down in a chair that like turns into a hammock and just goes, man.
Oh wait, I have the wrong voice actor now. This isn't him.
Man, people around here sure know how to let loose. Okay.
Actually, Blues, roll perception as you're walking away. Let's see if you hear him. All right, never mind then. Then I'm just gonna keep it to myself. You're not gonna know what he said, and I'm going to forever, and it's hilarious. No, 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 no. No, it was actually, it was gonna benefit you, but nah. Yeah, no. I've given you 3 opportunities for this interaction to happen. The first time, yeah, you rolled 2 nat ones for 2 of the attempts, and the first time it kind of went over your head. Crazy. I wonder what the Lattice Exchange member could have wanted from Blues. No, Blues, I do need you to make one more roll. This is unrelated to the previous one, but about the same person. Roll insight. Because like emotion's part of your whole thing. So you notice that like his face doesn't match how he feels. He's very much like he's here to have fun, smiling, but there's like a turmoil in this man right now. There's fear. Think of it as like you see emotion and you see a swirling pit of emotions inside of this man. None of the good ones. Fear, worry, rage. Okay. So you get to automatically know his greatest fear, right? Okay. What was the roll? I think you need to add something to it. It's your ability. We could do insight. Yeah, that fits. Like if you were trying to use your, like if you were trying to gain knowledge about somebody's sphere, insight is what you would roll. It's a 1, isn't it? Oh, nice. All right. How do I do this without just info dumping? No. You see and feel like you see a memory. How about we'll go with this? You see yourself through his eyes, much like Liu Kang did earlier. And you see him standing before a council of 14, and all of them are deadpan, just looking at him, and he is pleading with them. And you see like genuine fear in this man's face, and they all of them point at him and then point at the door. Well, that's the fear, at least.
They haven't yet. They might. Uh, it, I don't know if you'd want to get into it. It's a lot of stuff. You know, boring technicalities, emotional crunching numbers, spreadsheets. Well, it's like this.
He holds up one of the lattices on his necklace.
These are mine. I made them. I've attuned to them. They're mine. That's why they're valuable to me. Do you have any lattice handy? Because this is probably a bad example. I don't know why I started here, and he puts his back down. Can I see it?
As soon as you pull it out, do you hand it to him? Because he's like reaching out for it. You see that he just has a like upon looking at it, you see recognition, but not anything like very telling as of a reaction.
So like this is the difference, you see. And
he pulls out his own minor lattice. It seems to be one of joy, and he holds them next to each other, and you can see the dark band reflected in the dark lattice, and like it's subtle but not really, like, you know, like everybody can see it, but it's supposed to be it's like how criminals think they're being slick sometimes, you know. But he goes,
so we take these ones. These are the good ones. The ones that people make normally. The ones that get put into circulation and spread throughout the tower. And like, it didn't start like this. And Lattice started as something pure and good for people to share their emotions with each other in an understanding way. And then people found out that, sorry, Bad. Yeah, and entire cultures were based around like the exchange you saw here. That started forever ago. That was the whole reason we use lattice as a currency today. But then people found out this way. You can manufacture, you can make these dark lattice out of. It's awful, man. I've seen so much.
If you're still feeling his emotions and you just feel an intense disgust from inside of him, and like you get a flash of him just seeing like just horrific torture done to this person, just for someone to be brought in, them to be healed, the lattice to be taken out of the room, and the torture to begin again.
It is, and it's getting worse, and those fools won't listen. It's as woven into the exchange as the exchanges to the tower. So this little festival meant so much. It was nice to see the good side for a change. Ah, yes, 'cause criminals listen so well. You know, honestly, it's a little suspicious that you even have this, but honestly, these days in the towers, you learn not to judge one by the lattice they keep.
So I want to clarify that the difference is that was his dark lattice.
You earned that one. Anyway, like, just like this is too much. I don't want you to get caught up in this. Just stay away from the exchange for a little bit. I guess you probably haven't even properly been there yet, have you? Um, Down. Not that exchange, friend. The lattice exchange. 4-4. And that's where I come from. That's where it all happens. I hope so, because if you show up at the exchange without any lattice, you might as well not show up at all. You can't get in without having 3 major lattice at the gate. It's very much like
It's very much like a separate thing. Like you can go to the lattice exchange and you could stand outside and like there's people that set up shops outside the actual exchange, but to actually get inside, you literally have to show them that you have enough money to spend in this exchange. Yeah, he just info dumps that on you.
Yeah, every little bit helps. I'm no climber, but I know that it's a tough gig. Hey,
He just like he just like picks up his mug and just starts to take a long drink. Like he's like, okay, I'm done talking to you now. Like he he like does like that cough into his drink and goes, oh,
my bad. I totally forgot about it. It's been a day. Here you go.
he hands you back your major pain, Dark Lattice. And you like he also underneath it you have 3 minor greed, Dark Lattice.
If you happen to see somebody who deals in Dark Lattice, even now, that might help. It never hurts to have a couple on you. I mean, like fire with fire kind of deal.
Yeah, 3 of them, yeah, of greed. Then they're like a fucking gold yellow with like specks of diamond in it. As you should. Yeah, you definitely should do that. All right. As much as it pains me, that's probably the end for today. It's a bad tavern session. I'm glad that you're coming around on Derek because I kind of made him a basic dude on purpose because the point is that he's not. Plus, I was like, man, if I make everyone weird, then the normal guy is going to be the weird one. So that's totally fair. But I will say, oh shit, Barchi didn't participate in this at all. Neither did Arvin or Chobia. I spawned these people in for no reason, just because they were doing the lattice exchange. Everybody's drunk, except for Anxiety and Luke Kane. Luke Kane, I can't believe you didn't look for drunk, sorry. Alright, y'all. Oh, I gotta run to the bathroom, so I am out of here. Peace out, y'all. Catch you next time. Thanks for being here. Appreciate y'all.